pulling into the yard. Get to use my new toy this year. For the first time this spring anyway. I'm sure I'll be getting to use it plenty of times, but it's a pumper tanker. It's really annoying that my tractor does that. There's, you know, it's one of those deals that you just deal with. What this does is it creates a vacuum, so it'll suck up the liquid, and then it creates a pressure on at the same time, so you can go out in the field and unload your thing. Just pulling up to the pit here. It's really soggy and frost has come out of the ground, so you kind of just pick and choose where you go. There's my hose line I hook up to. And sometimes you get close, and sometimes you don't get close enough. Sometimes I kind of got it figured out in my head where I want to be. So I just kind of try and remember that image in my mind and then do it like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go hook it up and pump some out of the pit. So I got this thing in here now. Gotta make sure this little O-ring valve is on there. And you just pull this handle down, wiggle your hose a little bit. You gotta kick this lever over. Kick it over. It's kind of hard. Because when it's over here, it's to unload, and when it's over here to load. What that switch does is it runs the vacuum in the tank. Makes it go in and out. Then, you get this thing. Kick it up. p.t.o. runs this motor right here, and the motor creates a vacuum. That's your gauge. Watch that gauge, and then just tell me how full or empty the tank is, and it just pumps it up from in here. Kinda gotta move your hose around once in a while, make sure you ain't got no clog in it or nothing. And you wait. It takes, probably a good 15 minutes to get loaded. This is the implement that goes into the ground. Those are the knives, and what it does is it pushes it through the tank, through this red hose, and it comes out these different hoses, and it goes into these knives. These knives are in the ground, so they put the fertilizer, we call it fertilizer, it's liquid manure is pretty much what it is, puts it into the ground, and then these right here, they turn and they close the hole up, so that it's all enclosed in the ground. Then you have less runoff. Okay, I shut my p.t.o. off, flip my switch back over to unload right here, and I close the valve, and now I get to take the tube off. All you do is just lift this lever, try not to stand too close, drop it down, and I'm gonna take off. I got about 3-mile track to a field. So I'm out in the field now. What I did was I put my implement down, I opened my gate, I turned my power takeoff on. That controls the vacuum to the tractor, it makes it spit the water out now. And then I put it in gear and I go and I turn my RPMs up and just drive along at a pace about like this, knifing it into the ground. And the reason we knife this liquid water, this water's all runoff from the feedlot. It gets caught in them pits. It's not clean enough to run back into your streams from our feedlot because we have too many cattle. So what we do is we pump this water out, and it's got a pretty good nitrogen level in it, so we knife it into the ground. If you don't knife it in, you tend to lose a lot of your nitrogen. And by knifing it into the ground with the nitrogen in it, our crops, our corn crop, will be able to utilize it as a food source throughout the year. And as you can see here, I've already made a pass, and that's what the implement does, is it knifes it in. You can't even tell I had any water in there because it's all under the ground. You know, it's all soaked in and under the ground already. So it's a pretty good deal. Just takes a lot of time and it's a lot of work.